Happy, happy Friday to all of you out there, except for our great Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, who's currently getting his ass kicked on social media by Matt Gaetz for lying to the American people and not sticking to the commitments that he made that earned him the gavel.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if you cut away to Kevin McCarthy or a commercial for low T.
Damn!
You see, while hardworking America First Republicans like Matt Gaetz, Corey Mills, Byron Donalds, I could name quite a few others, have been working very, very hard to serve their constituents, Leader McCarthy and, Speaker McCarthy and other members of the Republican Party leadership in the House have been traveling the country, meddling in primary elections, and not doing the jobs that they committed to voters across America during the 2022 election cycle.
Well, let me be clear about that, and I've been clear many times. No, we're not talking about that.
You see, as someone who ran in 2022, I very vividly remember the promises. And I also remember the promises that McCarthy made when he negotiated for Republicans to support him as Speaker of the House. And one of those was putting term limits to vote. Now, as Matt Gaetz will tell you, and many other Republicans will tell you, that it's probably a vote that's not going to pass. It's essentially asking turkeys to promote Thanksgiving. But the American people have demanded term limits. It's something that has been going on for the past few cycles. It's caught a lot of attention, and I believe more than 60% or higher of Americans believe that Congress should have term limits. And Matt is right. We need to put it to a vote, and people that sign these term limit pledges need to stand up for what they agreed to. And this is an opportunity for them to be exposed to the American people as liars. And McCarthy doesn't want to do that, unfortunately. Well, we know why. The other thing is passing introducing bills that aren't written like novels that take members of Congress, would take members of Congress multiple days to read, but they're expected to vote on in a very short period of time. McCarthy committed to single topic bills, and that has not been the case. And again, Matt Gaetz is correct. And the other is the balanced budget. And as Matt has said,
if Speaker McCarthy brought us individual spending bills over the course of this initial year, he would not be facing the challenge that he faces now from those of us who believe he hasn't been honest.
I'm glad to see Matt Gaetz standing up and taking some accountability and being honest with everyone. See, the American people understand and are beginning to understand even more that Congress does have obstacles, that it is not easy to get things done when you have 400 plus people arguing and debating over what is in their best interest or what is in the best interest of their constituents. But the American people expect them to try. And for the past 9 months, there has been no try. There's just been mean tweets, back patting. I mean, these guys pat themselves on the back so much you just want to put them in a straitjacket. And being non-committal. And here we are 9 months into McCarthy's leadership, and Hunter Biden is still walking around like a free man. And also, I would say it's probably not a happy Friday for controversial candidate for Congress in Virginia, Susanna Gibson, who has been on the forefront for the Democratic Party. She's fighting to win a special election, and a few days ago it was found and determined that she spent the better part of this past year shooting sexual videos and performing on sex websites such as, I think it's Chatterbait, with her husband, where she was actually removed from the platform, from what I understand, for soliciting to perform sexual acts that were outside of the website's terms of agreement. So this lady has become quite the controversy over the past few days, and I've actually earned her recognition. Today's state of politics, this lady may actually get elected. I would imagine she's a pretty good fundraiser. From what I hear, she's raising money hand over fist. Fortunately, or maybe unfortunately, I'm being credited by a lot of major news outlets as being the one breaking Suzanne's story because of a Twitter post that I made a few days ago that has now reached approximately 5.5 million views. Actually, not the one that broke the story. It was broke by, I believe, the Washington Post. It's not something that disqualifies her for running for office. I may not agree with it, but I'm not one of her constituents. I don't vote for her, but yeah, I figured I would share it, and unbeknownst to me, it would be something that would go viral. And Mrs. Gibson is not very happy with me right now. And that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Her new campaign ad is an absolute barn burner.
Susanna Gibson, candidate for delegate, and I sponsored this ad. I'm a mom and a nurse practitioner. When I walk through this door, it's never about politics.
I'm here for the gangbang.
I give her credit where credit's due. She's running a campaign that has the potential to continue its virality and resonate with Democrats that would vote for someone like this. So good luck to you, Mrs. Gibson. I hope and pray for you, and I think you have a bright future somewhere. Maybe it's in politics. I also wanted to say that starting next week, I'll be joining the great folks at the Freedom First Network, releasing my own show. So format and times are still in the works, and we will actually release the program. It is still something that we're working through. I know Rumble and YouTube and Twitter are a few things that we're considering, but regardless, I look forward to engaging with all of you, giving my opinions, my perspectives on trending topics of the day, and hopefully we get some pretty good guests in to share in some intellectual discourse. So until then, I hope all of you have a great weekend and stay based, my friends.